Welcome to our weekly KASA broadcast. My name is Edwin Kirui. I'm the KASA Vice President. And just a courtesy reminder to our viewers that we are live on Facebook and YouTube channels. So if you can watch us, contribute, that will be fantastic. This evening, we are privileged to have one and only Omato Ogucha. He doesn't like to be called David. He will tell us why later on. But Omato is one of the community leaders who's been a KASA president before. You give a job to Bwana Omato, he does 110%. So we are really privileged to have a talk with him this evening. Thank you, Bwana Omato. Yeah. Karibu sana.
Asante sana, I do.
Yes.
That's good.
Just to probably kick us off with, maybe just as a way of introduction, tell us who Omato is, when did you come to this country, and how long have you been here for? Did you come as a student or as a skilled migrant?
Okay.
Thanks, Omato.
Sawa kabisa. It's been a while. I came here in 2000 during the Olympics. I would like to say I came as an Olympian, but really not. I came as a student. We've gone through that life of being a student. Back in Sydney, New South Wales, I came to pursue a career in engineering. From there, then I moved to Adelaide, where I'm currently based and working. I've got a partner called Agnes and two kids, a daughter called Kemunto and a son called Kinyanjui. That's in short, that's who I am.
Okay, so when did you move to Adelaide?
In 2008. I was in Adelaide. I was in Sydney for about 8 years.
Okay.
Moved to Adelaide, but when I still moved to Adelaide, but I was still based in country New South Wales. So I was more of fly in, fly out from Adelaide. Yeah.
Okay. Any particular reason why you moved to Adelaide, or it was just a change?
Career change, and when I came here, it was hard to move back. I had to move back to Sydney. I thought I'd be here for maybe a year or so, then move back to Sydney. But once you come to Adelaide, I don't think there's any other better place.
It's a small, nice village, right?
Yeah, nice village in Adelaide.
Yeah.
You get to meet nice people. You make good friendships and good company. Yeah.
It must have been a big shift as well, coming from a big city all the way to Adelaide. Yeah. Everything is, sort of different in terms of geographical. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Take us through the motivation of becoming a president. What really triggered that?
President for KASA, I really don't know. It's a long while back.
Yeah,
I think if we're gonna be talking about me being president for KASA, it'd be a very short interview. I was there for only 1 year before I was booted out. I think I'm one of the first presidents to be voted out.
One-term president.
1 year. I think after that they changed to minimum 2-year terms. And then I at first I was the vice president for Dr. Ndimu.
Yeah.
Ndimu's team, and I think Dr. Angwenyi spoke about how KASA started.
Yeah.
It was more of a student kind of led organization. It was mainly students. Yeah. But as we grew up and got out of being students, chose to stay in Australia. We decided to get more involved in KASA because that's where our kids get to meet and find their identity.
Yeah.
So as in working with Philip, I saw the kind of work Dr. Philip was doing. I think from founding Swahili School. Yeah. And organizing community networking. Mm-hmm. I thought maybe even me, when it comes to the time to put my hand up and give it a go as well. So that's what I did, but not immediately after Philip. I think there was, 1 or 2 presidents.
Which year was this?
I was in 2011.
2011. Okay.
Yeah. 2011. Yeah.
All right, that's good. I know being in some of these volunteering positions, it can be really challenging, and you had just come from Sydney as well. But during your time, do you recall any initiative you started, any projects you implemented, and what was the impact to the community?
During my time as president, I also say I was vice president for Philip, became president. I was also treasurer for Dr. Angwenya as well.
Yeah.
So I've served KASA in all different capacities, and I've also served in Swahili school as well.
Yeah.
As I said, my KASA term was pretty short, so there wouldn't be a lot of initiatives or achievements that we could have done in the 1 year we were there.
Yeah.
But I think one of the most, and it was a while back, but one of the things that we always remember, which we get reminded every year, is I think the gala.
Yes.
The gala was one of the key initiatives that we started. We started when we were at a place called Wine Underground. I think initially we were targeting about 50 or 60 people.
Yeah.
But we ended up about 120 people cramped up in a very small area.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank the team then. I think it was Wangeshi, Betty Tet, John Derry, and Junior. I think it was a small team that time. I think those days KASA used to be only a very small team. I think.
Did you have the positions like vice president?
Yeah. So we had John Junior. I think people know Junior. Junior at one time he was vice president for KASA.
Okay.
John Derry was the treasurer. Betty Ted was the PR, and Wangeshi was the secretary.
Okay.
Yeah. That's where we knew KASA, as in initially when we started KASA was more of a place for people to network.
Yeah.
So there was always events happening. We had barbecues for Jamhuri Day. We could have, because the organization was also smaller, people could have events at parks, at home. But when we came in, we said maybe we need to have a much bigger event that gives us visibility and just brings us more of a family feel, but also where as we all know, you are a KASA official.
Yeah.
I think Gala still there's a lot of work to do, but also when you do the events at the park, there's a lot of work also to do as volunteers. You don't end up having to enjoy the event as much as when you have the gala. We basically kind of sit back. Someone else does the arrangements.
Yeah.
So that was our thought, and I think there was also the idea of trying to get our community to be more visible within the sort of Australian wider community.
Yeah.
That's why I think we were the first. I think it's probably the only time we've had a patron. Nick Xenophon, it was a popular senator at the time.
Oh yeah, I do recall. I do remember that.
It was our patron, and he did really help us in establishing KASA at the time and getting KASA known within the corridors of power or politics.
Yeah.
So there was that, having a patron, the gala, and also as part of the gala, we did recognize. We used to have we got a lot of people in the community who are selfless.
Yeah.
So that's why we also started that idea of rewarding or awarding, recognizing Kenyans or friends of Kenya who are selfless within the community. That's where we came with the Kenyan of the Year.
Okay.
The Young Kenyan of the Year came a few years later under Dr. Angwenyi, but we just had the Kenyan of the Year. I think the first one was Adam. He was called Adam. He used to be very selfless.
I remember
He used to load books on containers and
take them to
Kenya.
Western Kenya.
Yes. Load hospital equipment. When we got new hospitals being built in South Australia, they do get rid of the old equipment. I used to go around collecting them, getting other Kenyans around to come help him.
Nice.
He was doing a very good job.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was our first Kenyan of the Year, to be awarded the first Kenyan of the Year.
Clearly, he deserved it. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So those are in the short time we were there, the 1 year we were there. Those are some of the most memorable initiatives that we did, which we we still see them happening now.
Yeah.
I think the gala is much bigger than we thought. I think congratulations to everybody, all the presidents and all the committee members over time. I think they made it such a big event. I even don't know how, if we were in the office at those days, we could have managed such a big event. And to your team as well, and the current president, the event we just held. That was just a wonderful event that really showcased our culture. I think I've learned a lot about legatio from this event. And really, that's why I want this kind of events.
We celebrating culture.
Our own cultures from Kenya. So
I've just learned from the technicians here that we are running into a technical issue. We are trying to resolve it, and we should be back in a minute or two. So just bear with us. We are really sorry for this, but we'll be back in a minute or two. So we can carry on from here, Mr. Omato.
Yeah.
I think you're in the process of telling us you had dug deep into the gala. You're explaining how we've really come a long way with the gala.
I think we've come a long way. I think that was shown by the last gala we had, how we were able to exhibit our culture. As I mentioned, it was pretty good to see the performance by the legatio ladies, as in with the uniform and the dancing, and then also we have got young Kenyans performing. We saw the people getting awarded or recognized for what they do in the community, which is very, very, very inspiring. Both people who have been here for a while. What do you call them? The furniture. That's what they call themselves. The furniture, and
the furniture and
the children of the furniture. Which is that's good.
That's good. Still on the gala, because we just came from the gala, and we are the current KASA executive. There's a lot of things involved logistically. The main one, of course, being the finances. How was it then when you were doing it? Because that was the first one. I'm just keen to know how you managed to, get the finances to get it going. Because I can tell you, it's not an easy thing. It's not, were there grants then, or yes?
I think it's not easy. We mainly there's two different. I think these days there's lots of sponsorships. From the community and from other sources. Those days we hardly had any sponsorships. But so we mainly relied on just people paying for the tickets. I think that's the other thing during my time, and at the time I was a treasurer. I think those periods, I think for some reason I was known for being able to get quite big grants from the government. I don't know how it used to happen, but we did used to get substantial grants that supported the gala. Probably could be now that maybe the gala doesn't get seen as a community event that deserves grants because it's become big, and maybe people but we had grants, and also we do have community people who give a bit more. Those days there were no sponsorships, but there's people within the community who just gave a bit more, maybe to cover cost for hiring equipment, and also we used to have after events where people used to pay. So you have an after event where you got a DJ and people pay, and some of that money was used to cover for the cost of the events.
Okay. Yeah. Still talking on the, I guess, presidency and things like that. How has it helped you in terms of, the leadership skills you've gathered over the years and just community engagement? How has it helped you being a former KASA president?
As a president, yeah. Generally, just getting to know the community.
Yeah.
I think leadership as a volunteer is very different than leadership where it's monetized.
Yeah.
But there's that learning of what you do as a volunteer leader as opposed to monetized, because most of us, we are probably leaders in our organizations,
Yeah.
but that's monetized. But this is something that you have to do out of during your own hours. It does need support from your family. There's a lot of challenges that people might give up, say, "Oh, why am I bothered to do this?" But you get to learn how to deal with the community, and then also, I think, decide what you can be able to resolve based on the resources we've got. And I think that has also helped me to understand when I see people in the KASA committee, I do know what they can do and what they can't.
Yeah.
So so I probably will not be those kind of people who throw stones that come and do this, because I do understand the challenges.
You've gone
there.
through it, yeah.
We do know there's a lot of a volunteer organization which doesn't have as much resources.
Yeah.
Financially. You get to learn as a leader how you can involve more people. Yeah, just bringing more people to your people are your resource. So
Correct.
Yeah, where you need people to help out, maybe someone who is in trouble, you probably have to rely on the community.
Yeah.
That's what I learned on how just to use people as a resource. That's the key take I got from
Okay. And during that period as well, do you have any specific challenges you went through, and how did you navigate them?
Challenges.
Yeah.
Obviously, finance. Everyone knows KASA has got no money.
Yeah.
But everyone expects a lot
Although
from
the
it.
perception out there, though, is the other way around.
Yeah, it's got money.
People
Yeah,
think there's a lot of money in KASA.
Yeah. Finance. I think money is the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
As when you look at the audited reports every year, you can see KASA almost works on what they call it in English is working on running a vehicle on the smell of an oil rag. So,
yeah.
Yeah, there's not much really. There's not much finance there, which is a challenge. The other thing is the other challenge is getting, as a president, trying to make sure your team does not get exhausted. You've got a team of 5, or at that time, maybe I think we are 7 or 8. There's so much you can do. There's so much that the committee needs. You need to be able to incorporate a lot more people. But I used to find sometimes there can be a lot of things that you find people just want to be, when their time is finished, just want to put their hand up, say, no, I don't want to do it again, because of just getting exhausted from support they give the community. I think we should probably educate our community more. There's things like when we're having events.
Yes.
Say we're having a Jamhuri Day barbecue at the park.
Yeah.
I think we should be able to educate our community more. Now we can support. We don't leave it to the committee members. You can have people come in, help set up, help clean up. So you don't have a whole group of people coming and they all leave, and you leave 8 people. They're doing the work. Those people, when their time comes to an end, they go like, I'm done. I'm exhausted. That was the other challenge. And the other challenge is probably bigger these days, is trying to provide support, expect support, like we got support for, those days there was support for funerals. I don't know, maybe it's still there now, but these days I think the community probably takes more ownership to that. That those days it was expected the KASA president to attend all funeral events, prayers, provide guidance and support, which was really not something that was easy to do. The other one is when people are in trouble, students, for example, they look up to KASA. Sometimes there's a limit on what KASA can do, other than provide you with a good recommendation. But that recommendation should also come with KASA knowing you. if you come out of the woodworks, and then suddenly you want the KASA president to write for you a letter, it becomes too difficult to say, who is this person?
Correct.
I think that's why KASA has got those kind of events, where networking events, where people get to know. It's people don't need to know you personally, but I believe if you approach the KASA president, for example, for a recommendation letter, they might go around and ask, hey, Edu, do you know this person? Oh yeah, I know this person. No, why do you know them? Remember the other time when you were at this event, that's the person who was here.
Yeah.
At least people get to know you.
Correct.
Those are the kind of challenges that we need to overcome as a community and as a committee.
Yeah. Okay. And just related to that as well, what advice would you give, some maybe future KASA leaders or KASA executive committee, for example?
Put your hand up. As in, I think it's very rewarding. I think it's very rewarding to contribute to the community. Very rewarding for future generations. For me, I believe the better the KASA is, the better it is for my kids. They find a community where they get to interact. And I think as we've grown, people have started bringing in their different skills, business skills. People are cooperating. People are supporting each other. I think So I think really encourage people, just join the community and be part of building that community. I think you'll find it's a good stepping stone for you to learn leadership.
Yeah.
That you can progress it to somewhere else.
Beautiful. That's very good. In terms of the future of KASA, what do you envision? In the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, for example, what do you see? Because when you think about when you're the president, you started Gala and you've seen the progress which has happened in the last 10, 15 years. Yeah. If you have to project another 30 years, how do you see KASA?
First, I would want to see the kids of the furniture, as we say, getting more involved. I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
And I think the younger people who come in as well, getting more involved, as in becoming a bigger community.
Yeah.
Having different cultures, showing their cultural exhibiting their culture within KASA. I think that's something you wanna see. You wanna see when you also wanna see KASA be a stepping stone for people getting into politics in Australia.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one. And also you wanna have a strong community that's influential when it comes to policy making in South Australia.
Yeah.
Where we go, like if you got a KASA president and there is an issue that within the community, when they say something, people know you've got a very powerful base financially and politically.
Correct.
That's what I will see happening down the track.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. I know you've sort of touched on this, but if you are to give us just one or two memorable events which happened during your tenure, do you recall one?
Memorable events.
Yeah. Or memorable moment.
Or moments.
Yeah.
I think I'll just go back to the gala.
Yeah.
I think that, and also just meeting people. I think getting to know people like Nick Xenophon, the senator for South Australia at that time, very popular senator.
Because he did attend our gala.
He did attend
very many years after that.
After that.
Yeah.
Was that the memorable thing? I think the committee that I had, I think I made very good close friends from that committee, and I did learn a lot.
Yeah.
It was good to see young people with a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And a lot of big ideas.
Yeah.
I think sometimes somebody says, just put a big idea there, you give it a go, and it'll work. So it's good to have young people in the committee.
Yeah.
I think for me, I keep going back to Gala.
Yeah.
As being my most memorable times.
Yeah.
We used to have events as well, like Sevens used to happen around that time.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of other small events that used to happen.
And I think Adelaide was the host then.
Yeah. So Australia was very, very vibrant. So there was a lot of and we were young too. So there was a lot of celebrations happening.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
Yeah. I do recall as well around that time. and you can correct me on this, but I think around that time when we had the gala, we used to actually incorporate Swahili school as well, whereby an ambassador could come from Canberra, do something with the Swahili school kids, and then now they do the gala. They used to do the gala on a Saturday, and then on a Sunday they meet the Swahili school. And I do remember coming to Kilburn one time. If I'm not wrong, I think it was you and Wangeshi who had organized something for the kids. Fantastic.
I think that's something maybe we've lost last few galas, a few events when the ambassador visits. I think there used to be good memory events, even for the kids as well. Kids used to prepare, do some projects which they presented to the ambassador. That was a pretty good thing. I think it's one of the challenges for the current KASA committee and the Swahili School committee and the parents of Swahili School. Try and see next time how we can incorporate that into part of the gala.
Did you also do the Swahili School gala, the first Swahili School
actually,
gala for kids?
we did a gala for the kids as well. We did a gala for the kids. That time I was in Swahili School committee. We did a gala for the kids, which was another good, but that happened way after I was KASA president. But that was a good thing. I think even the kids, they still, most of the kids of those days, they still keep reminding me how come we never had to do another one. I think it's one of the things we should do. Think about how we also bring in our kids and provide them events during the year that are memorable, that they can carry on for years to come.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to go back to when we were doing the introduction. I did tell our viewers that Omato prefers to be called Omato Ogucha. He's also David as well, but he doesn't prefer David much. Is there any reason for that, Omato?
No, not really, because Omato is my name.
No, but David is your name as well.
It's my name too. I'm not saying don't call me David, but I prefer Omato. Maybe I'm not overly oriented to most things are colonial and more of a Christian name. I'm not that religious. Don't kill me. I'm not saying being religious is a bad thing. I'm just saying I'm one of those. I'm just there trying to do good things. So that's why I chose. And my kids don't have.
They don't have
English names,
so to speak.
It doesn't make sense me having that. They keep challenging me every time. How come you don't call me? I don't know.
Edwin
or something like that. So I said, okay, now from me, even me, I'll drop David. Just call me Omato. And it's also happened everywhere I've worked. People prefer calling me by my middle name and my surname. So I just went with it.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, I know we do live in this country, and we also go a mile to pronounce their names. You know, their names which were given. So I think it's also fair for them to let them struggle to pronounce Omato.
Omato is very easy though.
Do they say tomato?
Omato is a very easy name too.
That's good. Thank you very much. I think we've come to the end of it. I'm just gonna throw in one random question here.
Hopefully it's not a curly one.
No, it's an easy one, really. So for example, looking back at your tenure as a president, I just want you to tell me one legacy which you will say, we want to remember Ogucha for.
I think the idea of recognizing people who do selfless things in the community. That's where we go every year. It might not have any monetary attachment, or I don't know, it might not be that lucrative, but I think when people recognize you, I'm sure the people have been recognized over the years, even this year's people are recognized this year, I think they'll attest to the satisfaction probably they get from people there within the community recognizing the service they do. I think that's probably something I think was something good from my time. But I think maybe it should be improved. I think we should be having all the nominees recognized as well. I think only just calling the winner probably it's a good thing to, because the people who have been nominated as well for the year, they really deserve to be recognized as well, at least to be mentioned.
Yeah.
On the day, that'll be a good one as well. So we at least know who are the high achievers within our community.
Yeah. I knew why I was asking that question because I know we side chatted before, and you told me that usually the process is always a problem. In that. How to actually get someone in the process. That is where the issue is.
I think the process is there. I think we should maintain. I don't know whether it should be written down, but we should maintain the process. It should be handed over to the next group. I think the intent has always been people get nominated. We say all the people have been selected. We all know. We recognize them. And then the nominee, we try and get people who are independent of our community or of the executive. Maybe that's what happened this year, but I'm just saying the South process should be, and we should be knowing who those judges are. Makes the process more visible. That so you get independent judges, people who won't have any influence in the community. And then we also don't want it to be where people look at the numbers who have nominated somebody, but it's what their action, what they've done. But that said, from my perspective, the people who have been winning this award for the last, or since it was started, they really deserve it. But I think we should also, the nominees who are on that every year should also be recognized. And also make sure we get independent judges. I think that's a fair call. And personally, I'll take that on board as a KASA executive, so that next time we can improve on it. Probably we might call you to come on board and, But I might not be independent.
Well.
It might not appear. It has to be appeared also be independent. I might be called in, but maybe I'm nominated.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. You can still win, even if you are the one in the committee. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay. Thank you very much, Omato. I think we've come to the end of it. Unless you have any final remark,
no.
I'll give you this chance, maybe a minute or two to finalize.
I'll say just thank you very much. I think I was very skeptical. I'm not a person of interview or speaking a lot, but it's been a good chat. And want to recognize the current executive committee led by John, Ambassador. I think you're doing a great job. And hopefully you can continue for another two terms, is it? We get?
We are finishing next
year, but there's another term, then you get...
No. We have so many people who can also come on board,
That's pretty good, I think you guys are doing a good job. And that said, also the previous committees have also done a good job, whichever, and to you guys, a very robust KASA organization and community.
Thank you very much. That's all we can do, isn't it? We can give it our best. That's all we can try. And then hand over to the rest to take over from there. So thank you, Omato. It's been fantastic. Omato, again, is an engineer by profession, former KASA president, and the pioneer of the gala.
And maybe former Kenyan of the year too. I don't know if it was independent.
We'll discuss about that. Thank you very much for our viewers tonight. We really appreciate your time. And just a reminder that we have a survey from the consulate ambassador in Canberra. We really need your views. Get on it. We need as many views as possible so that we can consolidate and give it to the ambassador. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.